Hello everyone, welcome back to another Black Country Homebrew video. Today I've just had my Dark Rock Brewing delivery. Dark Rock Brewing were my local homebrew shop while I was down in the Midlands. Absolutely fantastic company, very helpful. I literally ordered this late yesterday afternoon and it's turned up this morning, so can't moan at that. But today we're going to be brewing Nectaron. And to complement that, I've got Brew Kit Enhancer, Pure Brew, which I always use in all of my beers, some Beer Bright, and some carbonation drops for later on at the bottling stage. So first of all, I'm just going to get everything sanitised and ready to start the brew. Equipment now sanitised, so I suppose the question is, what is Nectaron Pale Ale? I've never heard of it myself before, so Nectaron is a delicious New Zealand style pale ale. Nectaron is a newly launched New Zealand hop crafted over 17 years and is a big hit with brewers around the world. It provides intense tropical fruit characters of pineapple, passion fruit, peach and citrus. And this makes 40 pints, 23 litres. So looking around the box, basically your instructions are on the back. Pretty simple instructions. And that's it for the box. So you've got your tin malt there. These are your Nectaron hops, your sachet of yeast, and some hop boost. And then to go with this kit, I've got the Brew Kit Enhancer. Just comes with this bag and actually a sachet of Pure Brew as well. So that saves measuring it out myself. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to soak this tin in some hot water for 10-15 minutes to help loosen it up. So I'll see you when that's done. So the malt has been sitting in hot water for probably just shy of 10 minutes now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to open it up and tip that into here. Ignore the foam in there, it's just my Chemsan. Don't fear the foam. I'm going to pour this into here now. As you can see, heating it up has loosened it quite significantly, but it's still very, very thick. It smells like Maltesers. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick some hot water in there, swill it about and then tip it back in. Excuse the noise in the background, my kettle's just boiling, but I've just swilled the rest of the malt out with some hot water. Now, according to the instructions, it says to add the Brew Kit Enhancer, which is what I'm going to do now. So I've just cut the bag of enhancer open. I'm just going to tip this, add it in. Make sure it's all out. You can see that's already starting to dissolve. So I've topped up to 3 litres-ish of boiling water. So I'm just going to give it all a stir now and make sure that it's fully dissolved. You can see it's very thick at the moment, so I'm going to make sure that's all dissolved in, so it's all mixed together. So after giving that a good stir, it's finally all mixed together now. The next part on the instructions is top up the fermenter to 22.5 litres, so the 5 gallon mark, which is what I'm going to do now. For this brew, because I've got the Pure Brew, I'm going to be just using tap water. I've used Pure Brew in many of my other beers and ciders that I've done in the past, and it just takes the homebrew smell completely away from the brew, whilst also giving the yeast lots of nutrients. So I'm going to fill that up now. I'm filling the bucket up now to 23.5 litres. Just going to give it a good stir, make sure there's plenty of air in there. Sure it's all mixed together. As I say with most of these brews, it smells bloody beautiful. So now it's all mixed together, we've got 3 things that we need to add in. First one is the hop boost. This goes in now. Secondly, Harris Pure Brew. Let's just sprinkle in. Make sure that it's all in there. Last but not least, of course, the yeast. Which I'm just going to pitch across now. Making sure it's all in there. So now it's all in there, I'm just going to give it all a big stir to make sure that it's all mixed together. Get the pure brew in there, the hot boost, the yeast. Make sure it's all come together nicely. So hopefully it should give it a very, very nice fermentation. It's all stirred together now, so finally the lid goes on, followed by the airlock. I'm going to make sure this lid's on as firm as it can. So it's soaking wet at the moment because it's just been soaking in my chem sand for the last 20 minutes. So this I'm now going to put away in a nice warm cupboard for a week, and then we'll come back and check on it. I've took a hydrometer test here, so I'm just going to drop the hydrometer in and see what the original gravity is. Now looking at the hydrometer reading about 1040. So yeah, I'm going to place this in a warm area and hopefully it'll ferment really well. So looking at the next instructions, that's what we've all done. Use a hydrometer to check once the airlock stops bubbling. Once fermentation is complete, tie a knot in a dry hot tea bag, add to the beer and leave in cooler place for the further 2 days, which is what we'll do. And then hopefully it'll be bottling. So once it's bottled and conditioned, I suppose we'll see how good the Nectaron Pale Ale is. Thanks for watching.